One thing I'm obsessed about this winter is ski biking. It's pretty simple. You basically replace the wheels with skis, and you take all the other components off that you don't need because you can't really install brakes on skis. Um, so I think I'm going to attempt it. The adapters look pretty easy to build. I mean, they are available, but I can build them myself with pretty much scraps. So we're going to document that little journey. So first things first, I'm gonna build a setup for the front wheel because I want to be able to pedal it around and kind of get a feel for it. I'm taking an approach to this like I do with everything. I kind of feel it out. I can't understand it unless I know what it feels like, and that approach stems from the NVE program all the way to Pikes Peak. So I'm gonna try it out like this too. And these downhill bikes have a beefy 20mm axle that slides all the way through. So hopefully the bike doesn't go flying when I pull the wheel off. It's still balanced. All right. So, just to double check the measurement of the axle, we've got 20mm is 0.787 inches, so confirms that on the dial. And I'm going to go on my trusty McMaster car and see what I can find for bushings, because bushings are cheap and easy. I don't have any material that'll just slip right over, so let's see what we can find. Might as well figure out what the rear needs so I can capitalize on the order requirements. So do the same system for the rear, just gonna be a little bit different size bushing, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, 12mm axle, so let's look up some 12mm bushings. So here's everything I need to convert the front and the rear using a double bushing system, some washers where they can ride against each other, and also you can use them as shims, so as the bushings wear out over time you just use more shims. Whole thing's $90, and it looks like they land Wednesday, so I'll get everything on the way, and we'll go ski biking probably within a week here. I decided to set the bike up for the stance I think I want. In this case, I wanted a little more rake in the front, which, you know, there are other adapters available out there, but they seem like they're pretty generic. Also, I measured out what I think is a good length of ski, about 100mm, so your standard snow blade ski boards, whatever they call them. So what I've done is, the bike has about 8 inches of travel back here, so I've left 9 inches from the bottom bracket down to the ground. That way when it's under full compression, it doesn't auger the pedals into the ground. So the other thing I'm going to do with this is, I've seen some other videos where the adapters kind of go right to the ski. They don't rotate within the fork or the rear. They actually pivot on the ski itself. And they prevent rotation at the fork by clamping around the bottom of the fork. Well, the problem with that is it's not designed for that over here. On the disc brake side, yes. So what I'm going to do is a limit strap. When I get the material, I'm going to do a limit strap and some kind of spring or something to keep the ski up. That way when, you know, you're airborne, the ski won't auger down into the ground. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to secure that via the brake posts front and rear. Obviously the brakes are going to come off. So that's what I'm thinking as far as design goes. Otherwise we're just waiting on material to get here. But it's pretty cool because the bike is a lot lower, not being on its wheels, and that allows for just hopefully a lot better maneuverability on the snow.